moved from Southern California, and coming to the desert, we quickly found out about the dust of the desert with the winds and everything. Terry has asthma, I have allergies, and with the desert constantly blooming, there's always something in the air that causes allergy problems. So we talked to Andrew.
One of the things we like to do at Intelligent Design is sit down with people and really figure out what their particular wants, needs, and desires are. And for some people it's really high utility bills, other people it's hot and cold pockets in the house. In this particular case, it was the filter really high in the ceiling and difficult to change, and then lots of dust, allergens, asthma, and pollen. So because high efficiency was not an issue, they already had solar, we went with a medium range efficiency, but we really focused in on what we needed to do to clean up the air in the house. So your basic filter that you have now in the ceiling only gets down to, it's not a very small particle. It's good enough to keep the unit semi-clean, but it's not going to do a whole lot for your dust and your allergies that are remaining in the house. So what we recommend is we still go back with a 1-inch filter, but we run 24 volts through it so that it creates an electromagnetic field. And so the dust can't get by. The air easily passes through without restriction, but it acts as a magnet to the dust, and you'll no longer have that in your house. In addition, we're concerned about some of the off-gassing of the home because it's a newer home. On top of that, what we're going to recommend for you, because you have the extreme issue of asthma, is we have other toxins like gases that are in the house. There's off-gassing even from the granite, from the wood lacquers and cabinets, hairspray, those even Clorox and cleaning solvents, they off-gas into the home. So we are able to put in a UV light with a catalyst that kills the off-gassing and also kills viruses and mold spores.
To date, we've noticed a real decrease in the amount of dust, and our health, as long as we stay home and don't travel around the world, has improved. The guys come out twice a year and check our system. They come out and check the furnaces prior to wintertime, and they come out and check the compressors and the air conditioning system in the springtime. So even though they were new systems to begin with, I feel a lot more comfortable because they're being checked on a regular basis, and if something does go wrong, that we catch it before we have some kind of a major problem.
One of the side effects that I was not expecting, and I cook a lot, and there are certain foods that you cook and the whole house just reeks. And I just flip the fan on for about an hour and the house smells wonderful.
In addition to air quality being of concern, they also had a concern about the water quality in the house, had an older water treatment system.
We had another system put in when we first moved here. However, I didn't really understand it that well. And it was a type of system that required a flushing every week. It was on a timer, so we didn't know what was happening at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But it was wasting umpteen gallons of water. Andrew told us about this Enviro system that we have now. It requires no flushing. One of the things that I like about the purification systems is they're not water softeners. You don't have to put a salt in it. Whether it's sodium or potassium, you don't have to do that. Because I don't want additional salt added to my body. It takes out the chlorine, it takes out irons, and it takes out the bad stuff, but it doesn't take out the good stuff.